it's Christine with Moonshine Safari and
Anthony with Moonshine Safari.
Woo!
Yeehaw.
All right, so just as a reminder, we have spoilers for both the show and the books. And so if you don't want to be spoiled, you shouldn't listen, but you do want to be spoiled, so you should listen.
Get spoiled.
Get spoiled. So just as a reminder, last time we kind of had a fun interlude that's not in the show where Claire goes down to the banks of Loch Ness and sees a wee monster.
Wee monster.
Wee monster. Kind of cool. I really just like that part. I think it's fun. And so now we are picking up in, by the way, the 20th chapter of Outlander, first book of the series, and we are not even up to episode 8 yet in the show, but that's going to be next. So they are traveling again, and they're headed towards the meeting with the English deserter who might help clear Jamie's name, and his name is Horrocks, I think. I don't know how to say that very well, but I'm pretty sure it's like one night, Claire is trying to stay awake because she kind of has a feeling that Jamie's going to sneak off. And he does. He sneaks off to meet Hugh Monroe, which, if you remember, is the beggar from one of the previous chapters.
That can't speak.
He can't speak. He's had his tongue cut out and he's been tortured. So he's got the license to beg in like several different parishes and all this stuff. So Jamie does trust him and he carries messages. And so Jamie's going to go meet him, find out more about the meeting with the English deserter. So he sneaks off. And when he comes back, she finds a present from Hugh Monroe when Claire wakes up. The present is a piece of amber with a dragonfly in it.
Don't do it.
No,
Don't do it.
I'm not doing
Please
that.
don't do it.
I'm not doing that. And the reason it's a plot point is because that's the name of the next book.
Please don't do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to mention the other set of books that talk about the dragonfly. Anyway, so
The amber.
the amber.
The mosquito.
The mosquito, that's what it was, right? It's a mosquito. I forgot because it stung. Okay. So he kind of writes a nice, very pretty, very refined message in Latin, and Claire's surprised. And it turns out that Hugh Monroe had been a teacher before all of the torturing fun that he had to go through in his life. So she finds out that Jamie has set up a meeting with the deserter in a few days. Claire says, well, do you trust him? And she's like, no, I don't trust him. That's why I'm going to take some people with me. I'm going to take Dougal and I'm going to take Murtaugh. They talk a little bit more about, some of the politics behind all of it, but essentially he is not going to go by himself. And he also mentions that Dougal has shot him before. And Claire's shocked. She's like, what? He shot you? And he goes, yeah, well, you're the one that dressed the wound. So the day that and I think they've kind of hinted at this.
Jamie, make that clear. Dougal shot Jamie.
Dougal shot Jamie, correct. The day that they met Claire, and she had just come through the stones, they were running from some English dragoons. When they got into a fight with them, Jamie had thought he might sneak off and go to the Fraser land since he was close enough, and he thought maybe he could go home. He got shot in the process, but he said the shot came from behind him, and all the English dragoons were in front.
Friendly fire.
Exactly. So they were trying to make sure that they could hold on to Jamie.
He gets hit in the head with an axe that he's not sure who did that. And then he gets shot. And he's pretty sure who did that.
Exactly. He thinks it probably wasn't actually Dougal. It probably was Rupert on Dougal's orders because Rupert's the best shot that they have. So he wasn't trying to kill him, but he definitely wanted to shoot him. So he explains again that if he had died before getting married, the land of Lollybroch, which is where Jamie has inherited, would probably go back to the Frasers, and Mackenzies are trying to keep that from happening. They want it if there's war with English. They at least want it to be on their side because it's pretty strategic. It's a nice little piece of land. And now that he's married, if he dies, his wife gets it. So theoretically, Claire would stand to inherit Lollybroch if, I don't know if I say that well, but anyway.
No, it's fine. Lollybroch.
If Jamie dies and they don't have any children, Claire pretty much inherits the estate.
She'll find another guy. Give her a week. I don't know, like 3.5 days.
A second.
She'll be on her third husband in 3.5 days. No, sorry. Fourth husband. Boy.
Spoiler. Oh my God. It's pretty funny. Yeah, extra spoiler. Okay, but they did not want Jamie to be in a position to be the clan chief. Colum expects Dougal to take over when he's gone. At the same time, Jamie was in a strong position to take over if he had wanted to, which is another reason they wanted him to marry Claire again. They go back, you circle back to these plot points a few times, because essentially she's English, and a lot of the Scots would not get behind clan chief who has an English wife.
All right, everybody, get ready. Here comes the drinking game. Get your smart water out, or your moonshine, or your scotch, or whatever tickles your fancy. And every time you hear Christine say "boom chicka wow," take a snort.
Quick snort this time out.
Short, quick one, so you can get to the end.
That's right. Jamie wants to take a detour while they're traveling. He says he's going to go get water with Claire. Everybody knows that is not what they're trying to do.
To quote, get
water. In quotes. Exactly. And so, here you go. Bomb chicka wow. That's what they're doing. Jamie winks at her, and she finds out that Jamie can't actually wink. This is actually a running thing in the book. He can't wink. We don't know why, but he blinks both eyes when he's trying to wink, which is actually pretty funny.
In Andy Griffith Show, doesn't Barney do that?
I think there's somebody that does that.
Somebody
I can't
that
remember who does that.
Can't wink.
It's pretty funny. They blink both eyes. So they steal off, and during the bomb chicka wow, Jamie freezes, and when Claire looks up, she sees that a musket is right up against his head. There's 2 English deserters right behind them when they are full on.
That is not the way you want things to be interrupted.
You do not want that. That is frightening. So Claire's trying to get Jamie's attention because she knows he's not going to just stand there for a long time and just whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And she tries to give him a nonverbal cue. He seems to pick up on it. She has the knife that they used to teach her how to fight. And she uses the technique that Rupert taught her, and she stabs the guy. First time she actually misses the mark. I mean, she gets him. He's not feeling happy about it, but she doesn't get it up into the place she needs to get to kill him. And so she has to do it again. And she does. She kills the guy. And in the struggle, Jamie actually is able to kill the other one. So they are able to get rid of both of those guys. And then, of course, they sort of freak out. He pulls Claire away, and then here's a really bomb chicka wow stress time. So there's a few in there, I guess. Duel shows up, and at this point, he's not seeing the dead bodies. He's just going, what are you guys thinking being over here all this time? You're making us wait. And by the way, you're being dumb because you could have somebody sneak up on you and hold a gun to your head and all this stuff. And then Claire just starts laughing because it's just total shock, stress relief, all of that crap that's going on. And she's kind of laughing, and he realizes that that's exactly what has happened. So she's
almost like he planned.
Oh, well, yeah, they never say that. I mean, Dougal, you never know what he's up to. I mean, that's the problem. He's always up to something, though. He's always got a plan going. So Claire is definitely in shock, and when he's going to go and meet with a deserter, he does not want her there. He basically tells her, look, I can't worry about protecting you if things go sideways and have you there, and then also try to protect me from getting killed in this whole thing. So I need you just to stay here. She really fights with him about it. She doesn't want to, partly because she's sort of in shock about what has already happened, and she doesn't want to be by her. In the show, it's different. They have somebody stay with her, and she just kind of outsmarts him. But in the books, he kind of threatens to actually tie her to a tree there and go off and meet these people.
So should have.
So, and he also tells her, by the way, he doesn't have to. She finally just is like, whatever. She's mad at him. Anyway. But he finally tells her that if you move from where you're supposed to be, I'm gonna tan your hide, is what he told her. Okay. Woohoo! So she's mad that he left, and she's there by herself. And while she's waiting, she suddenly realizes she's actually somewhat near the Standing Stones. She starts to look at the landmarks nearby, and she realizes that it's probably not that far away. She can probably walk it, and she decides she's gonna go ahead and head to it. She's been trying to get there for I don't know, a couple months now, and she feels like this is her only chance. She feels bad that she's ditching Jamie. She actually feels way worse than she thought she'd feel, but she's going to give it a shot. And she also finds that she's jealous at the thought that Jamie might even choose Lyra if he goes back and she's gone and they never know what happened to her. Although, Lyra, okay, I say it badly. Lyra, the crazy one.
No.
Okay.
I said Frank who?
Oh, she's not thinking about Frank Who. No. Well, I mean, she's trying to go back to the Stones. I guess it depends on how you look. To get back to Frank Who.
Well, yeah. Right.
Anyway, so she heads that way, and she's crossing a creek. And then, of course, as she's trying to get to the other side, she's making her way across, and she finally gets a little overconfident, and then she sinks. And so she's sort of freaking out, but she sort of starts to make her way out of the thing. And as she's about to get out of this little creek, she sees something in red, and of course, somebody pulls her out. It's an English soldier. It is actually Randall's assistant. Blackjack Randall's assistant.
No. Is it the one that kicked her? chapter?
It is. So Claire is gotten herself into trouble.
Imagine that.
And that's actually how the chapter ends. Next episode, we will actually pick up on the next episode in the show, which will cover the last 4 chapters, actually. It's kind of a longer stretch. And they're going to get longer and longer between episodes and chapters. So anyway, that's how it ends. She, obviously at this point, we don't know where Jamie is. We haven't seen him again, but she's gotten herself into some trouble.
She has. Well, if you weren't counting, that should have been 3 shots by you lushes out there for the Boom Chicka Wows. 4 if you want to take one right now. But we sure appreciate you listening. We have, I think it's 380 something followers now on YouTube. Thank you so much. It's amazing. We appreciate it.
And we're having fun with it. So
keep listening and liking. And also, here's a question for you. How many people have Claire killed so far? This one was 1. Has she killed one before? Have you been paying attention?
Good question.
How many does she kill total if you read the book?
Interesting.
Insane. Put it in the comments below.
Do it.
And then next time, show up. MoonshineSafari.com.
MoonshineSafari.com. Check out what else we have and past episodes as well.
That's right.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.